Kathryn founded Profitivity Inc. in 1985 and has become an internationally recognized speaker, facilitator, coach, and consultant for organizations of all sizes. She has authored 2 books, published numerous articles, and inspired thousands by incorporating personal effectiveness skills and motivational tools into customized training programs, resulting in success and profits for hundreds of clients.
So remember when I was saying about there's no such thing as common sense? I mean, think about how incredibly great it would be if everybody did think like you. But I want to show you how the brain works and why people act the way they do. One of the most wonderful things that I like to know is why are they doing what they're doing so that I can have a sense of humor about it instead of being unhappy or upset about it. What I've realized in my life is if I have an expectation, it usually leads right to disappointment. So what I want to do is find out what's going on with people, what can I do to impact that in a great way. So I want to share with you how the brain works. We have 3 pounds of a gelatal substance in our brain, and what it does is conduct electricity. Every time we think a thought, every time we move or we breathe, this little ridge of neurons fires off and creates a little pathway. What most people don't know is the more you repeat the same thought or the more you do the same behavior, that ridge gets deeper and deeper and becomes a habit. And what happens with that habit is the more we repeat that habit, the deeper and deeper and deeper it gets into our body to the point where we are not even aware of it. We are on autopilot. So what I want to do is show you and give you a physical experience of the ridges in your brain. First of all, just clasp your hands and look down and notice which thumb is on top, because you've been clasping your hands this way all your life. Now unclasp them. Now lace them the other way so the other thumb ends up on top, and then hold it, and I can tell if you don't hold it because I'm watching. Okay, how does that feel? And what does your brain want you to do? Okay, and how strong is that? It's really strong. And hold it, hold it, hold it. Don't let it go. I love torturing you just a little bit. The power of it all. But what I want you to know is, and have a reference point, every time you ask someone to do something they've never done before, this is how it feels to them. And can you see how the brain tries to reject it? It just goes, it's wrong. It's absolutely wrong. Okay, now relax. Undo those hands. Okay, now cross your arms. Cross your arms, I'm seeing you. Okay, behave. Okay. You're doing okay. This is how you've been doing it all your life, right? Yep, that's the way it goes. So look down, see how you've been doing. Cross your arms. Uncross them. You know what's coming next, right? Cross them the other way. And hold them. I know some people can't even. And how does that feel? Feels really weird, doesn't it? And how strong is your brain telling you, get back the other way? So this is something that I want to share with you about habit. What would the likelihood be if I said, okay, for the rest of your life, I want you to cross your arms this way instead of the other way that you've been doing it, and then I leave and go home? What would the likelihood be of you doing that? Would never happen, right? Okay, so, and you can let it go. So now you know that if you want someone to do something different that they've never done before, have some patience. Go through step by step. This is how you do it. Coach them along. Give them lots of support because it feels really uncomfortable and really awkward. The other thing about it is that the brain has 3 trillion ridges in it. We have had ridges for walking since we're about 1 year old. Do you think that if you woke up tomorrow and you had forgotten how to walk, that you could even function? So what the brain's job is to create almost everything as a habit. One thing after the other. The other thing is like, well, have you ever driven for about 5 miles and all of a sudden you wake up? and you were sober, and you're thinking, my gosh, did I hear any sirens? You know, but what happens is our brain goes into this autopilot mode where we are not even aware of where we are. So what I want to do is just show you that in life, according to Stanford University, about 95% of our day is doing what we've been doing most all of our life pretty much the same way. And the other piece of information I think is fantastically important is that by the time we're 7 years old, 80% of those ridges were set. So we haven't really changed much. And have you ever watched people when they have to wait for something, how they act? How old? See, we just get taller. You know? And by the time we're about 16 years old, 97% of those ridges are marinated into our brain. In fact, I saw a bumper sticker that I loved. It said, hire a teenager while they know everything. And that is exactly how it is in life. So give people a break. We are all walking around on autopilot. We don't like being out of our comfort zone. That is the way of life. And what I really encourage you to do is have compassion and support for people who are learning something new so that they can feel great about every effort that they've made.